Hello everyone, this is John Braun with Hitman Advertising here. I want to give you a few tips on emergency water damage restoration. You never know when a flood, a freeze, a hurricane, if you are in an area that's potential to get a hurricane, you never know. But you never know when any type of a flood emergency is going to occur. Now in our business, if you do area rug cleaning, any kind of carpet cleaning or extraction or anything remote to cleaning up a flood, pressure washing, any of this type of cleanup, you're going to be super busy. But the key sometimes is to be connected to the right people. So I'm going to go over a few tips on how you can maximize this, first and foremost, to get the client and to educate your client, but then even after you get your client, what to do to educate them to make sure that they see you as a true professional. Now, this is a flyer that I did in my own cleaning company. 3 years ago, we had a huge flood in our area. My own house flooded, and this is a one-page, actually it was a black and white the way I printed the flyer up, but just a one-page black and white flyer. I had printed up quick, wrote it up real quick, printed it up, and I passed it out in newspaper slots. And it got me well over $32,000 in direct water damage business just from passing out this flyer. So I wanted to make this flyer available to anybody that's in the Texas area, the Florida area, and maybe you can use this. Now the thing is, I'm going to go over the flyer just a little bit, but the thing is, I want to be able to let you know, because you're going to have to change a couple of things. That's the thing. No ad is really good if you use it stock exactly the way that it comes, because then it's not tailored to your own company. So I'm going to show you kind of what I did and kind of what you might want to change inside of this. And of course, you may not be able to give away a free thermal image moisture inspection. That's fine. Before I had a thermal image camera, I just gave away free moisture inspections with my moisture meters, right? I do know of another guy too that's in Texas right now, and he's giving away free microban disinfectant to people that are just in his area. I'm not exactly sure how he's doing it, but you need to give something away. You don't need to, but it's one way in the door, and it's one way as a public relations gesture to let people know that you're really there for them. So let's go over this, and I'll kind of show you what we did here. So of course, the headline: free thermal image moisture inspections for my neighbors. Very good headline because it starts with the word free. That's always great. But two, for my neighbors. I'm categorizing them as somebody special. I'm calling them out and even intriguing them that, geez, this guy is my neighbor. Of course, it's got my picture there. That's a real paramount part of the entire ad as well, because it goes right along with the headline, and it's really a letter from me, right? So, dear neighbor, I'm John Braun. I live in Ashbury Hills. My home was flooded with 3 feet of water, so they can identify. Now, the thing is, maybe your home didn't get flooded. That's fine. That's what happened to me, right? So maybe you could even just say, I live in the area and my neighbors were affected too, or my family was affected, or my friends were affected. Something might be good to lead to that. And then identify your reputation a little bit is the next thing that I did. I let them know that I own a cleaning company in the area already, because the big thing is they've got inundated with all these people from out of town, and they don't know who to trust. So you're letting them know you're already from the area, you're in their neighborhood, maybe you've seen our ads, somehow identify yourself with where you're at. If you've got good Google reviews, something, let them know that you're already there in the area and you have a great reputation with the Better Business Bureau, whatever it may be. And let them know about the flood damage jobs or the jobs that you've done. So I let them know my company did numerous flood restoration jobs after Hurricane Ivan, Dennis, so I'm very experienced and I want to help you. So let them know what kind of experience that you have and a little bit about your reputation. So in this case, we're giving away a free moisture inspection, and then we put a price on it. That's a very important thing. Don't just say it's a free moisture inspection. You want to put a price on it and let them know that you're giving it away. Why? Well, reason why advertising, I'm a big believer in. So we're letting them know that it's because I'm concerned about my neighbors. After a flood, it's a trying time, and your home is at risk. Warning, your home structure may be at risk. So we're educating them too, all at the same time. Even though your wood structure may look dry, it may not be dry. That's one of the biggest things as a water restoration professional that we have a hard time getting across to people, right? So we're educating them about all of this inside of a flyer in a very professional standpoint. So we're letting them know about the 15% moisture meeting if it's more than that, and we're going to bring our moisture meters in and show them all of this stuff. So we're letting them know about the inspection, giving them our phone number, and then letting them know know some good educational stuff about 4 steps you need to do to prevent mold and wood rot after a flood, because that's what a lot of people are worried about, because they've heard about this, but they don't really know all the details. So here we are as a professional. Your entire home is at risk. Take immediate actions, prevent mold and wood rot. Insurance company billing. We let them know that we'll work with them. We won't necessarily bill their insurance company, but we'll work with them to stop further damage. And that's what their insurance company wants them to do. And we let them know the biggest mistake, which is doing nothing. Even if they don't have flood insurance, we'll work with you. Doesn't mean we're going to do it for free, but we would work with them as far as payments, and even if they were willing to do even some of the work as far as or hire somebody else as a cheaper subcontractor to do the actual demolition. Sometimes that needs to go on. Now, the funny thing about this is, in this particular flyer, if I had to do all over again, I would put an link to my website, which I did not. That's something that I highly recommend that you do. But I didn't put my logo in here. I did put my company name listed several times. Didn't put my logo in, which is maybe partially because I didn't really have room. But mostly, too, I wanted it to just appear as a letter from me more than a letter from my company, right? So a personal thing kind of for me is being their neighbor. Now, again, you may not be in a particular neighborhood that got flooded. So don't dismiss using this flyer just because that's the case, because you could very easily adapt this to your situation with just mentioning that your neighbors got flooded, people that you know, your friends, and we want to be here to help our friends and everybody that's in this area because we're from the same city, or even from the city next to the area that got flooded, that type of thing. So with this type of flyer, yes, it is best to use it if you're actually somewhere related to the people there. Or maybe you're coming in from out of town, right? And you're there working for Hurricane Harvey, or God forbid if any real damage happens for this hurricane, which unfortunately looks like it might happen, the Hurricane Irma. So in that case, maybe say that you came in to help a friend, and just be upfront with what you're doing and that you're here to give these free moisture inspections. Give them the connections, give them your reputation, give them your certifications, let them know your credibility, and put all of that just out there. So we simply passed this flyer out, and yeah, we got a lot of water damage restoration jobs, and big ones, from being able to do this. And it turned out to be a really good thing. So what we did also is we sent something kind of similar as far as an educational message to our current clients, which is 4 emergency steps to prevent more water damage right now, letting them know their home is at risk, taking immediate action, and basically the same type of message to our current clients that are on our client list, and also letting them know that we're here to do this flood cleanup type stuff. We'll do area rug cleaning, structural drying, mold inspections, moisture inspections, tile and grout cleaning. All of the stuff is stuff that we could do, and if they didn't get water damage, they need to give this card to a friend. Again, this is something great. This is a 6 by 11 inch postcard, and it's something that we can get printed up for around 4 or 5 cents per postcard. A big full color 6 by 11 inch postcard. And educating them, letting them have $50 off their moisture inspection at that point, because they're not maybe in our particular neighborhood, but we will give them, instead of doing it for $150, we would do it for them for $50. And again, these aren't guidelines, or just kind of what we did, right? We also did an EDDM, every door direct mail, that got us another $30,000 or so. I can't remember the exact number of work, which is very similar. It's a 6.5 by 9 inch EDDM mailer keyed to neighborhoods that we knew pretty much had gotten flooded. Again, giving them the same message, letting them know that we're local, we're here for water restoration, and we're here to help you get back to normal. Here is a coupon for a moisture inspection. And this was a very good, very profitable postcard for us too. So here's the thing, and some tips about how to work with this. When you go into some of these homes, even the funny thing is even though we're a local company after a hurricane, there's so much mention about everybody being concerned about price gougers. And they even think that, some of the times they even think that we're gouging them because we gave them an estimate for $15,000 to $20,000 for their water damage. Just because it's a high price, they think that we're gouging them, right? Well, we have to educate them in the proper way, and you have to be professional. One of the best ways that I've always loved to do that is coming in with a good educational brochure, explaining the whole process, and then giving them this professionally printed, glossy, beautiful brochure, letting them know this is a tri-folded brochure, how to keep water from destroying your home, and letting them know what they must do, what we do to do the cleanup, and then on the inside, letting them know about mold, how long it takes to grow, quick Q&A of different frequently asked questions about the musty odor. Does drywall need to get replaced? What about their hardwood floors? How much is all this going to cost? all of these questions, maybe not all of them, but several of the most commonly asked questions are there. Now, the other thing that I recommend that you do too is give them a price list sheet. And if anybody needs one of those, you can email me and I can give you one of our price lists. Again, not to say that you have to go by those prices, but if you need some ideas. But I highly recommend that you bare minimum have those two things when you walk in to actually do the job, or even to do a moisture inspection, or to give an estimate. A good brochure, a good educational brochure, and as well a good price list so that they know upfront what you're charging everything. Now, you can't give them an itemized price list because you don't know how much it's necessarily going to be yet, but at least they know what your prices are. And what we kind of like to do too, even when we go in, is give them one of our other extras of one of the EDDMs or client newsletter postcards that we sent out. So we kind of give them really three things. It just gives them some stuff to chew on and some stuff that Joe Blow, the restoration guy, probably doesn't have. So anything you can do to set your part as professional helps, and even really the price list, giving them that up ahead of time is professional and can keep you out of court too. So remember that. All of these, the brochures, we've actually got a mold remediation brochure as well. We've got these available. I'll put the link underneath this video. They're available as a template in our ad coaching club for the EDDMs, as well as the brochures, and as well as the mold remediation brochure. So if you're interested in any of that, click the link below the video or contact me if you have any questions. Stay safe, make money if you're in the area, but do it professionally.